One survivor I spoke with says coming to this scene is still very surreal, but he wants these 5 people to never be forgotten. Looking around here tonight, it's obvious that there is an outpouring of love for Officer Becerra and his family. Just down this street, 2 houses were hit 1 time each, and I'm going to step behind the camera and show you just how close those houses were to where another house was hit just down the street here. The Duvall family tells me they may rebuild, but for the time being, they're just focused on picking up the pieces and taking it day by day. The Sheriff's Department is asking anyone with information to call the tip line or Crime Stoppers. The FBI and the Colorado Springs Police Department are also assisting in this case. Smoke, water, and simulated weapon fires. Almost 8,000 soldiers are navigating nearly 2 miles of obstacles in remembrance of the soldiers who fought before them. The cream of the crop will be in early September, but he also says they're picking and roasting them as fast as they are selling them. Coffee shop owner Ryan Warner made the leap across the street. Now, after almost 15 years of community and coffee, a gem to the Black Forest community is closing, at least for now. Strangers are sorting through what's left of the Duvall's home, and this is all that's left of a decade's worth of memories. Family and friends of Nichols said multiple times that they will show up at every single parole hearing to make sure Hollendorfer serves his time. During the interview, every time a car passed by, they would all look up anxiously to see if it was one of the cars involved in Saturday's drive-by shooting. Police say the motorcyclist was ejected after striking another vehicle and was pronounced dead on scene. Take a look at what's left of a family home that has seen decades of memories, now gone. Yesterday evening, the Duvall family received a call from a Pueblo weather channel. That call, they say, saved their lives.
And told me that they had a sun radar and there was a tornado on the ground headed towards us, so to take shelter.
There was no time to put on shoes, grab the 12 dogs, or move the cattle. Taking shelter in the cellar, the Duvalls tell me they stayed there for what felt like 5 minutes.
It was long enough you begin to think, because the house would shake a little, you know, and she said, I hope the subfloor of the house doesn't come down.
Coming out of the cellar, Myrna said there was nothing left.
It was nothing. There was nothing.
Very fine. We didn't get hurt. Oh, you hurt your spirit a little, but yeah, we can build back.
All their vehicles were totaled, 8 cows died, and 9 dogs are still missing.
We've had 1 dog show up here today, and maybe another 1 or 2 will show up, but every one of them's a little bit crippled. I mean, you know, because I'm sure they were roughed around and thrown around, and, you know. Yeah. But life goes on.
And John and Myrna are still looking for some sentimental items.
My diamonds and 1 little boy last night. I don't know how he found it, but he said, is this one of them? And I said, it sure is.
Now friends, family, and strangers are sorting through what's left of the Duvall's home. And this is all that's left of a decade's worth of memories. Since then, the Duvalls say they have had over 80 people come out and help. They say they've had High Plains Health Center and Frontier Bank reaching out, offering to house them.
And that's Southeast Colorado. We help one another. When there's a devastation like this, we will show up.
They came, and that means a whole lot. And a lot more people will come if you need us. What can we do? I mean, it's just way, way more than we even dreamt of, you know. Yeah. But we didn't dream of having a tornado either.
The Duvall family tells me they may rebuild, but for the time being, they're just focused on picking up the pieces and taking it day by day. Reporting in Granada, Katelyn Quisenberry, KKTV 11 News. Known for its quiet, family-friendly, and charming characteristics, a shooting that close to home was something no one saw coming.
I got woken up because I heard the gunshot. I was in the baby's room, and we both came down. She thought they were fireworks at first, and I was like, I think those might have been gunshots.
I was actually asleep in my chair watching news, and my son woke me up and said, Dad, there's gunfire outside. And I'm like, what? No, there's not. No, there's not. He's like, yeah. And he was out here and he heard the ricochets of the bullets, and yeah, kind of scary.
El Paso County Sheriff's Department responded to the scene after receiving multiple calls. 5 people were taken to the hospital. 1 person later died from their injuries. The department has not yet released the names of the people involved. Neighbors' Ring doorbells caught some gunshots on camera. One neighbor says he helped one of the victims.
After the shooting had all stopped, I came out to make sure everything was okay, and there was a little girl that had been shot, so we brought her in and put pressure on until she got paramedics and stuff like that.
Residents in the area say they are still shaken up.
It's scary. You never think that it could happen in your neighborhood, a neighborhood like this.
No one has yet been arrested in connection to the shooting. The Sheriff's Department is asking anyone with information to call the tip line or Crime Stoppers. The FBI and the Colorado Springs Police Department are also assisting in this case. In Falcon, Katelyn Quisenberry, KKTV 11 News. Smoke, water, and simulated weapon fires. Almost 8,000 soldiers are navigating nearly 2 miles of obstacles in remembrance of the soldiers who fought before them.
Let's go!
This training event represents the 2009 Battle of Camp Desh in Afghanistan. 8 soldiers were killed and 27 were wounded in the fight against 400 Taliban. The 4th Infantry Division helped defend Combat Outpost Keating. Today, the smoke, the carrying of 8 stretchers, 10 5-gallon water jugs, and a 300-pound tire all serve a symbolic purpose.
You know, there were 8 soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice. That was represented throughout to the litter carry, and at the very end, when we brought the leaders and put them into the litters and finished up the last couple hundred meters to the finish line.
Yep. So within that battle, the village was on fire at the end of that battle. So it's simulating the mount site that we have here. We had the soldiers, the whole division, to come through that mount site to simulate that village that was on fire at the Battle of Camp Desh.
Fort Carson hosts these events to honor different battles the soldiers have fought over the years, including the battles of Hürtgen Forest in Germany and Utah Beach in Normandy during World War II and Dak II in Vietnam.
We could tell our soldiers the history, or we could do events like this where they could touch, feel, and give them a reason to remember and honor the legacy holders that came before us.
Future historic PT events are still to be determined until a new leader takes over control of the 4th Infantry Division. Major General David Hodney will change command as of Tuesday to Major General David Doyle. Reporting in Colorado Springs, Katelyn Quisenberry, KKTV 11 News.